Hi guys, Dirk here. Today we'll be comparing three aps-c autofocus lenses. The TTArtisan 56mm f1.8, the Meike 55mm f1.4 and the Viltrox 56mm f1.7. It looks and sounds as if they were very similar, but they're actually not. We'll compare them in different categories and reward each of them with points. Price, build quality, sharpness, vignetting, chromatic aberrations, focus. We'll be taking a look at the bokeh and also at the overall image quality. And at the end of the video, we'll find out which of those lenses is recommendable and which one might not be right for you. It's another crazy hot day in Florida, but I'll do my best to go out and to take all the pictures and videos that I need for this review. Wish me luck. But before I go out, let's talk about the price. At the time of me buying the TTArtisan, that was just 2 weeks ago, and by the way, yes, this is not a sponsored video. I own all these lenses and nobody's paying me to render a certain opinion. So the price was $129, very attractive, but meanwhile they raised the price to $168. The Viltrox costs $180 and the Meike $199, so the prices are very similar and I will not assign points for prices. Okay, let's talk about build quality, and in this category the TTArtisan surprised me. It is a full metal construction and it feels really nicely built and heavy. The lens hood is also made of metal. I don't want to judge it now, I've never had a lens hood like this before. It has just a disadvantage: when you're having it on, you cannot cover your lens with the cap. What stands out in the Meike, we do have an AF/MF switch. We also have the aperture ring that makes a clicking sound when we're changing aperture. Overall, it's a mix of plastic and metal, feels very well built. Here comes the Viltrox. It is the smallest and also the lightest of all the three. It's made of plastic. It doesn't give us this premium feel. All the three lenses allow you to update the firmware through a USB-C port. The Viltrox and the Meike have the USB-C port directly at the lens mount. And the TTArtisan, and this is a bit bizarre, has the USB-C port here in the cap. Not a big fan of this, but still I have to give 3 points for the best build quality to the TTArtisan. Then 2 points for the Meike and only 1 point for the Viltrox. To test the sharpness, I wanted to take identical pictures at Bayfront of Naples. So I had to pack my stuff and off I go. Kiwi, as always, is following me to the door to say goodbye. And here we are, still not ready to shoot. Before I can continue with my test, and this time it's about sharpness and details, I have to wait a little bit because the humidity here is so strong that the lenses are covered with a moist layer. In terms of center sharpness wide open, on the test chart it looks as if the Meike had a slight advantage, but when you're comparing real life pictures, I would say they all three perform very, very well. So when we're taking a look at the corners, it's a different story. Here the Viltrox takes the lead, followed by the TTArtisan, and in third place the Meike. To conclude this category, I would give 2 points for the Viltrox, and for the Meike and also the TTArtisan 1 point. When we're comparing the vignetting, I would say Meike is the weakest performer and Viltrox and TTArtisan are pretty much on par. So I would give 2 points for the Viltrox and also for the TTArtisan and 1 point for the Meike. Yes, you can remove chromatic aberrations in post-production, but it is not easy, especially not in video. And when we're comparing the CAs, I have to say the best performance comes from the Viltrox. In second place, I see the TTArtisan, and unfortunately the Meike does the worst job here. It has the most chromatic aberrations. 3 points for the Viltrox, 2 points for the TTArtisan and 1 point for the Meike. Changing lenses outside always freaks me out because I don't want to have my camera open for a too long time. I don't want to expose it to dust or any dirt. Autofocus in photo mode. I was very surprised to see how much on par these three lenses performed, with a slight advantage for the Meike and the Viltrox. And therefore I would give 2 points for the Viltrox, 2 points for the Meike and 1 for the TTArtisan. In video mode it's a completely different story. The Meike performed always spot on, and it has the quietest stepper motor from the three lenses. The Viltrox 56mm f1.7 did a good job, was also always spot on, but the stepper motor was a bit more noisy compared to the Meike. I don't know what was going on with the TTArtisan. When I first tested it, it was simply a nightmare. Not only that it partially totally failed, also the noise coming from the stepper motor was so extreme that I was afraid to damage my camera. So I decided to redo this test a few days later. Although the focus now was spot on all the time, still the noise level coming from the stepper motor was too loud for my taste. If you wanted to use the built-in microphone from your camera, you couldn't. 3 points for the Meike, 2 points for the Viltrox, and only 1 point for the TTArtisan. Meike 55mm f1.4 and TTArtisan 56mm f1.8 suffer from focus breathing. The Meike a little less than the TTArtisan. The Viltrox performs super well with almost zero focus breathing. Therefore, Viltrox 3 points, Meike 2, TTArtisan 1. At this point I was so sweaty and exhausted and I really needed a break. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Totally deserved. So good. In terms of manual focusing, I had the best experiences with the TTArtisan because the focus ring goes so nice and smooth and has exact the right amount of resistance. Meike's focus ring is not as nice and as smooth as the TTArtisan, although it's also not bad, but it has the right amount of travel distance and therefore makes it easier to manually focus on a subject. Viltrox. That was disappointing because this is a plastic focus ring that is a little bit grinding inside and it has the longest travel distance, so it was the poorest experience in terms of manually focusing and therefore only 1 point for this lens, 2 points for the Meike and 3 for the TTArtisan. In terms of bokeh, all 3 lenses perform pretty nice. On the outer side of the image, the bokeh balls are a bit more on the cat-eye-ish side. However, the Meike has an advantage with its faster aperture of f1.4 to create a better subject separation and nicer out-of-focus backgrounds. Therefore, 2 points for the Meike and 1 point each for Viltrox and TTArtisan. When we're taking a look at the overall image quality, I personally prefer the corner-to-corner balance we're getting from the Viltrox 56mm f1.7. The other two are pretty much on par, therefore I give 2 points to the Viltrox, 1 to the Meike and 1 to the TTArtisan. So, where are we standing? What's the point summary? The TTArtisan really surprised me. I did not expect such a great image quality and sharpness coming from this lens, and we get a total of 16 points. The Meike 55mm f1.4 comes in second with 17 points. The autofocus performs very well. It is the quietest stepper motor, so it's great for video enthusiasts. We have also a few more features with the MF and AF switch and with an aperture ring. Unfortunately, we're dealing with poor corner sharpness, vignetting and strong CAs, otherwise it would score higher. The Viltrox 56mm f1.7 is taking the lead with 19 points. It is a fantastic travel-friendly lightweight that has a great balanced corner-to-corner image quality, good sharpness and overall really good colors and contrast. So what are your thoughts and what are your favorites? Please let me know in the comments below. Also, I will post affiliate links to each of these lenses, and if you're in the market to shop for a camera or a lens and you would use one of my links, it wouldn't cost you anything extra, but I could make some money back and this would help me to buy more products to review here on my channel. Thanks so much for watching this video. Till the next time, stay safe, stay tuned and take care. Bye for now.